This is Analectual, and welcome back to another anime review. In today's anime review, we will be reviewing a series called Chobits. So, Chobits is basically a series where it follows this character named Hideki, a country farmer boy who moves to the city because he wants to get into a college, and he barely has money to live and all that. And in this world that he is in, there are these computers that are like people. They are like robots. They're called persicoms. They're basically a humanoid computer, and most of them, I think if not all of them, coincidentally, all look like girls. But yeah, so they're like girl humanoid computers who look exactly like humans, and some can even talk and act like humans, and they take commands, and they're like computers. And one day he is walking along and he finds this persicom because he knows he could never afford a persicom because they're super expensive and he can barely live as it is. He finds one just in the trash, and he takes it home and he boots it up, and her name is, he names her, well, she basically says Chi for a good portion of the show. That's the only thing she can say. She says, for a little bit of the show, she says Chi. So he names her Chi. So Chi is a unique persicom because there's a couple things that are different with her. She was thrown away, and she doesn't have learning software and all this other stuff. She's kind of a unique persicom who can feel more and is more human-like. And it basically goes from there with Hideki teaching her basically how to, because she doesn't know anything. He has to teach her everything to basically live. And the show kind of goes through the boundaries of can you love a persicom? Can you love a computer? And, stuff like that. But that's basically the story in a nutshell. Sorry if it was a little too long there, but I really want to try to give the best descriptions of the stories so you get the best idea of it, so you'll be more inclined to watch something. But yeah. So then we'll go to characters. I'm going to talk about 4 characters. We're going to talk about first Hideki. Of course, I said that he's a farmer boy from the country, and he doesn't really know much about the city and all that, or computers or electronics and all that, and so he has a lot of trouble adapting to all of that. And he's poor, but he's a nice guy. He helps out anyone in need, so he's a very nice guy. He's over the top. He screams and yells a lot. And that's really Hideki for a short, summary. And then you have Chi. Chi is like a child. Hideki has to teach her literally everything, and how to speak, write, anything. So she's really like a child and doesn't know anything. So her personality is kind of, I don't know, because she's so childish and a robot, in the beginning, she doesn't really have much of a personality totally, but she does care about Hideki later on, and she can be cute, so I guess that's kind of Chi. You'll see if you watch the show, which I think you should. So then we have 2 supporting characters. When he moves into an apartment, he has a neighbor named Shinbo, who basically helps him out a lot with technology and tells him a lot about persicoms and stuff. So, he's just kind of like a best friend helping out character, and that is Shinbo. And then you have Minoru. Minoru is a young kid. He's an actual kid. He's not in high school or anything like that, who basically is really wealthy because he builds persicoms. And with him being very knowledgeable, Hideki does meet him through Shinbo, and so he goes to him a lot for help with persicoms and all sorts of other things. So that's kind of him. he's not really, he's like really mature for his age and all that. That's about as best as I can really say for the moment. But the main two characters in the show are Hideki and Chi, and that's what makes the show for the most part. So that's kind of like the characters in a nutshell. And then you have, of course, the art and animation. The art and animation are, really thick lines and stuff, and so it might bother some people, but I think it's fine, it works. It's fine. That's the best I can say about it. It's not good, not bad, it's fine. So then we go with the music. The music is actually, there's actually a few tracks in it that I actually like. It's not a bad soundtrack. So yeah, I put it at, like, it's pretty good. And it works, like most things I say about soundtracks. But I mean, there are a couple that do stick out in my mind that I did like, so there is that. That's always a plus for the music when that happens. But so yeah, that is the music. And then my personal thoughts and feelings. It really is a kind of cute show, but there are some things that people might be bothered by, like some of the characters, or that Hideki screams way too much and is he should be, like, I think realistically he should be able to handle situations a little more calmly. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of comedy and it's funny, and there's some sweet moments and some cute moments, and it's all around a good show. And it does, like I said, like kind of run into that whole, well, if it's a persicom, it's not an actual person, can you love one, and all that. So it kind of goes into that a little bit. That might bother some people if it's like a, an area of something that you might not want to discuss or you disagree with. But if you can look past that or don't really care about it, then it's a good show. So do I recommend, should you watch Chobits? I think you should. It's a pretty good show. Pretty good, cute show that I think you can get some laughter out of it, and you can watch it and it'll be good. And then if I like Chobits, I do like Chobits. I think it's a pretty good show. So there is that. So with that, I give Chobits a 5.5 out of 10. And as I said before, I think you should watch it if you can get past some of the weirdness of it and all that, but otherwise it's not that bad. Now, of course, you know what you're getting into based on what I've explained about it. It's not an action show or anything. It really even doesn't have that much high school in it either, so it's a little different in that regard. So if you're totally tired of high school settings, it is a little bit different, and that's why I kind of like it too, for that reason as well. But not a bad series, so I think you should give it a watch. And we are done here. I have been Intellectual. If you liked the video, please remember to like it and comment down below. Tell me what you think about Chobits. If you've seen it, please no spoilers. And yeah, so thank you all for watching again. I will see you guys in the next video.